Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. We have a wonderful guest in studio today. It's Jim Oberhofer, and he's the author and speaker for a book called Top Fuel for Life. Hi, Jim.
Hi, Liz. How are you doing?
I'm good. Now, before we jump right into your book, you're wearing a fun shirt, so I want to know a little bit about what your day job is.
Well, I'm the Vice President of Operations for Coletta Motorsports, which is an NHRA Top Fuel drag racing team. I'm also the crew chief for the Mac Tools Top Fuel dragster driven by Doug Coletta.
Wow, that's wonderful. Now, that was your first job, your real job, but you found yourself in an unusual situation that transformed you in from being VP and crew chief into being author and motivational speaker because of a big life change. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, back in April of 2012, my wife, Tammy, she started feeling a little bit ill and stuff, and in early May of 2012, she was diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic lung cancer, and it kind of hit me, like a lead balloon. I mean, I just didn't understand what was going on at the time, and ultimately she passed away in June of 2013. And after that, through a lot of encouragement through friends and people feeling that I had a great story to share, I ultimately wrote a book, Top Fuel for Life, and that came out in 2015.
That's great. And with Top Fuel for Life, I was struck by how the message that you wanted to bring forth. It's a story that we hope we all never have to go through, but it's one that you went through, and now you want to make sure that we pay attention to a few things.
Well, the main message in the book is simple happiness, how important simple happiness is in your life. Having a race car that makes 10,000 horsepower going 330 miles an hour, that's amazing and very cool, but simple happiness is more powerful than anything that I know of, even in the sport of NHRA drag racing. And, for me, learning about simple happiness came back to just like a scoop of ice cream that my wife Tammy had, and it was about a month before she passed away on a family trip to Niagara Falls, because we'd always procrastinated and said we wanted to go there. And she got a scoop of ice cream, and she started eating this ice cream, and for 15 minutes she was happy and pain-free, because at the time she had a pain pump implanted in her. She'd gone through chemotherapy, radiation, she was in a wheelchair. But while she ate that ice cream, she was so happy and pain-free, and it hit me at that time that ice cream was more powerful than any pain pump, any chemotherapy, any radiation. So really started taking a look at things a lot differently after that.
That little moment of happiness, and and you write about it and you talk about it, but it's a little bit easier said than done to get to embrace those moments every day.
Well, in my life, what I do, it's very competitive. In the world of NHRA drag racing, it's all about winning. It's about running low ET and top speed, and a lot of times that's how you're judged, how good you are. And for me, I used to think that the only thing that would make me happy was running low ET, winning a race, having top speed. And I found myself that in our world, I'm not very happy all the time, because you can't win every race, you can't run low ET every single time. So, as I started learning more about happiness leading to success as opposed to success leading to happiness, and I really started trying to push that message and get people to understand that, like for me, I have a great job. I love what I do. I get to work with great people. My best support system that I had was my family. My wife and my daughter, they were my biggest fans no matter what. They loved me whether we won or lost. And I started really grabbing hold of that and really taking hold of that and making sure that people understood that, man, like what I do, I love what I do. And there's no reason on earth why I should show up at work and not be happy. And then it kind of spread, and our team started doing a lot better. And since that time, our team's won over 25 races, a Funny Car World Championship, and we've just been a lot more successful by being happy.
That's wonderful. How did you go from crew chief to writer and motivational speaker? How did you get your story into a book form, put all that together? How did that all work for you?
Well, it was pretty interesting. I never knew that I had a capability or an ability to share a story with somebody and have it make an impact on them in a positive way. And through some, poking and prodding by some really great friends of mine that have helped me in the drag racing world, they recommended that I write a book. And I said, I have no idea how to write a book. Do you guys? And they're like, nope, but we could find somebody that can. So we started working together with a company called JJR Marketing out of Chicago here, and they started making things happen, and the next thing you know, we were writing a book. Of course, I couldn't write it by myself. I had a great ghostwriter with Michelle Kelly. She helped me so much in making sure that it was put together right and that my message that I wanted to share was out there. So it was an amazing experience working with her, and she kept me on the straight and narrow, and really did a great job. Very proud to have her as part of the team.
Well, Jim, thank you for first of all, writing the book and taking your pain and the message you learned and bringing it to the rest of us. That's wonderful. Tell me where we can find your book.
Well, my book, Top Fuel for Life, is on Amazon.com. It's also on BarnesandNoble.com and Walmart.com, from what I understand. So it's a great book, and if you ever come out to a drag race, an NHRA drag race, we also sell them there. And usually a lot of people come there and they get them, so I can sign the books for them right there and meet them and shake their hand.
That's awesome. Thanks for stopping by and sharing what you do. We wish you a lot more luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back with more Business Connections. Stay tuned.